Welcome to this evening mobility yoga flow. This gentle class is designed to help you wind down and release any tension from your day, improving your mobility and calming your mind. For this session, you might need a pair of blocks or a couple thick books and a yoga belt or just a regular belt. So grab your mat and we'll begin in a seated position. Interlace the fingers behind your back and then bring those interlaced hands to the right side of your waist. Then inhale, sit up tall. And as you exhale, let the right ear come to the right shoulder. Keep both shoulders fully relaxed. And then release. Bring the interlaced hands to the left side of your waist. Inhale, sit up tall. And then exhale, lean the left ear to your left shoulder. Remember to relax both shoulders. And then release. As you inhale, extend the left arm up to the ceiling. Right fingertips come to your right side. And then exhale, lean over to the right. But remember to keep the left sit bone on the floor. If it's lifting, then see if you can root it back down onto the mat. Then inhale, come back to the center, switching arms. And exhale, lean over to the left, keeping that right sit bone rooted down. Inhale for the center and exhale to the right. Inhale through the center, exhale to the left. Inhale, last round through the center, then exhale to the right and hold. Inhale, come back through the center, reach the right arm up, and then exhale, lean over to the left and hold. Inhale, come back through the center. And then exhale, release, come to all fours position on your hands and knees. Spread the fingers wide, wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. As you inhale, arch the spine, lift the chin up. Then exhale, dome the back, push the floor away from you, chin to chest. And continue, finding your own rhythm here. Inhale, arching. Exhale, doming the back. Last round. And then come back to all fours position. And you have two options here. You could stay in all fours and work from here, or step the right foot out to the side. Then inhale, extend the right arm up. So you could also do it from all fours with that right knee on the floor. And then exhale, thread the right arm through, bringing the right shoulder to the floor. And then extending the left arm forward, reaching the left hand to the top of the mat. Then bring the left hand back in position. Inhale, reach the right arm all the way up. And exhale, release, returning to all fours. Then step the left foot out to the side or stay in all fours position. And then inhale, reach the left arm up. And as you exhale, thread it through, bringing the left shoulder to the ground and extending the right arm forward, hand reaching to the top of the mat. Then the right hand comes back beside your face. Inhale, reach the left arm all the way up. And then exhale, release back down into all fours position. Then separate the knees a little bit wider apart, bring the big toes together, and then sit the hips back towards your heels for child's position. And make sure that you grab a couple blocks on the way. And again, you could do the same exercise without the blocks, but it just allows you to go a little bit deeper into that stretch. So if you can, elevate the elbows on the blocks or on the books. Bring the palms together, fingers pointing to the ceiling, and then exhale, allow the forehead to come down to the floor. And release. Move the right block forward and then bring the left block a little bit closer towards you and in the center. The right hand will reach to that top of the mat block, and then left arm slides under with the palm facing up, and then lower the forehead to the block. So you could also do this without the use of the blocks. So if it seems a little bit too easy, if you don't feel like you're getting any stretch in your shoulder, then remove the blocks and then slide the left arm out to the right side. And as you exhale, lower the forehead back down to the floor. And then release, reach the left hand forward, rearrange the blocks if you're working with blocks. Slide the right arm out to the side and then lower the forehead back down. And release. Settle for a moment into child's position. As you inhale, come to all fours, then tuck your toes under, and then exhale, send the hips back and up into downward facing dog. And let yourself walk the feet here a few times, following your own rhythm, bending the right knee, bending the left knee, and slowly easing the back of your thighs. And then with the next inhale, come forward to plank position. And as you exhale, lower the knees down, and with control, bend the elbows and lower all the way down to the floor. Point the toes, inhale, lift the head and chest up to cobra. And then exhale through all fours, tuck the toes under, and come to downward facing dog. One breath here. Inhale, come forward to plank position. And then exhale, knees down. And slowly with control, lower down to the mat. Point the toes, inhale, lift up to cobra. And exhale through all fours into downward facing dog. One breath here. One last round. Inhale, come forward to plank position. And exhale, knees down, lower down. Inhale through cobra. And exhale into downward facing dog. Then as you inhale, extend the right leg back behind you, keeping the hips level to the floor. And then exhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Then lower the left knee down to the floor, shifting the hips forward and down. And then bring the hands on the top of your thigh. And you could stay here, or if it feels good, then reach the left arm up, right arm down, bend the elbows, and bind the hands behind your back. And you could use a belt, grabbing it with your top hand and reaching for it with your bottom hand to facilitate the bind. And then breathe here. And release, bring the hands to the floor, framing your foot. Then shift the hips back and come onto the right heel. You might need to slide that right heel a little bit more forward. As you inhale, stay here, elongating. And this is another case where you could use the blocks. If the hands are not quite reaching the ground, simply place them on the blocks. And you could stay here, or if it feels good, exhale, fold towards your right leg. And then inhale, come back up, bending the right knee. And exhale, step the right foot back into downward facing dog. One breath here. And then inhale, extend the left leg back, keeping the hips level. Exhale, bring the left foot through to the front of the mat and lower the right knee down. Shift the hips forward and down, and then hands come onto the top of your thigh, and you could stay here, or right arm reaches up, left arm down, Bend the elbows and clasp the hands behind you, or use a belt to facilitate the bind. And then breathe here. And then release, bring the hands to the floor, then shift the hips back, extend the left leg straight, sliding the left heel forward. Use the blocks if needed. Inhale, lengthen, either stay here, lengthening, or exhale, fold towards your left leg. And then inhale, come up, bend the left knee, and as you exhale, step back to downward facing dog. One breath here. And then bring the knees to the floor, big toes together, knees a little bit wider apart, and let the hips come down to the heels for child's position. And inhale, come up, staying in the kneeling position, bring your knees together, sit back comfortably on your heels, or if that's not so comfortable, then feel free to place one of the blocks in between your feet and then sit back on that block. As you inhale, extend the arms out to the sides, and exhale, right arm comes under, bend the elbows. If possible, clasp the hands together. If that doesn't feel good, bring the hands onto your shoulders. And once you have it, lift the elbows, take the forearms away from your nose. Release, inhale, extend the arms out to the sides, and then exhale, this time bring the left arm under, bend the elbows, hands to the shoulders, or clasp the hands. Lift the elbows, forearms away from the face. And release, inhale, extend the arms out to the sides, and then exhale, relax your arms and swing the legs forward. Make sure to grab your belt on the way as you lay down on your back. Bend both knees, feet hip-width distance apart. Now, option number one is to use that belt and loop it around the ball of your foot and then stretch the leg straight from here. So you want to make sure that when you're holding the belt, you're not pulling it, you're not tightening here around your shoulders, but you have a comfortable length so that you can relax your shoulders. And maintain the right leg straight and then stretch the left leg on the mat. If this is quite easy, if you feel like you have a little bit more room, you could grab the big toe, or you could also, if you don't have a belt, you could also just hold interlacing the fingers behind your calf. All right, so find a variation that works for you and breathe here. If you're holding the belt with both hands, then grab both ends of the belt with your right hand and slowly guide the right leg all the way out to the right side and turn your head in the opposite direction. And then inhale, come back to the center. If you're working with the belt, switch hands. So this time left hand grabs both ends of the belt, or left hand grabs the outer edge of your right foot, or even the outer edge of your heel. And then stretch the right arm out to a T-shaped position as you guide the leg over to the left. And then turn your head to the right. Inhale, return to the center, grabbing the belt with both hands or reaching your right hand to the inner part of your foot. Once you have it, inhale here, and as you exhale, bring the leg a little bit closer towards your face, and then release. Bend both knees, and then stretch the left leg straight. If you're working with a belt, loop the belt over the ball of your left foot, or grab the big toe with your index and middle finger, and then extend the right leg straight on the mat. And hold here. And then grab both ends of the belt with your left hand. Inhale as you prepare. And then exhale, guide the leg over to the left side and turn the head to the right side. Inhale, come back to the center. And then switch sides. So right hand grabs the belt if you're working with a belt, or right hand reaches to the outside of your left foot. Stretch the left arm out to a T-shaped position. And as you exhale, guide the leg over to the right and turn the head to the left. Inhale, return to the center. Grab the belt with both hands, or left hand reaches to the inside of the inner part or inner edge of your left foot. Inhale here. As you exhale, draw the leg a little bit closer. And then release. Bend both knees. Separate them wide apart and reach for your feet, coming to a happy baby position. And then release, bring the knees to your chest and hug them into your chest and rock from side to side. And then feel free to stretch out on the mat and prepare to rest in Shavasana. If you prefer to be guided into Shavasana, feel free to use one of my guided Shavasana classes. I'll leave the link in the description down below. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and until next time.